All right, here's a couple of stoic kind of questions. The first one says table sugar, that's this one, burned in air, oxygen, produced carbon dioxide, water. And I went and balanced the equation. That's with the 12, 12, and 11 or 4. Then it says how many moles of oxygen are required to react completely with 1.26 moles of sugar. So it's going from moles to moles. So it's 1 mole. No, sorry. I have 1.26 moles of sugar, H22O11, times by, so it's a mole ratio. So the moles of sugar will go on the bottom. I'm just going to write sugar. And then I have 12 moles of oxygen on the top. So I just have to take the 1.26 and times it by 12. Let me try that on the calculator. 1.26 times 12, 15.12. 15.12 moles of oxygen. Sig figs, I got 3, so it'd be 15.1 moles of oxygen. That guy right there. Another question, what's the correct name for the compound that results from the most stable ion for sulfur and the metal ion containing 24 electrons? So 24 electrons, that's chromium. So chromium, and it does a 3 plus and a 2 plus. So the chromium is either a 3 plus or a 2 plus, but the most stable one is always the first one. So I've got chromium at 3 plus and sulfur is always a 2 minus. So if I'm writing the formula for that, to balance the charges, I'd need 2 of these, and I'd need 3 total of those, so it'd be Cr2S3. And so if I'm using a 3 plus ion, this one I would call chromium 3 sulfide. And, interesting. 24 electrons. That's chromium. This is the only one that it could be. But it says the most stable ion, and the most stable ion is always the one listed first. And that's, let's just make sure. Yeah, it's a 3 plus. Correct answer, not there. Should be chromium 3 sulfide. Hopefully that helps.